Hey everyone, welcome back to Bonfire Reviews. I'm going to review Loki episode 3, and before I get to talking about Loki, I want to give a shout out to Burberry86. You know, the guy, he, uh, he doesn't have a whole lot of followers yet, but yet, if you really don't, or if you really don't like Amazing Lucas, or as he calls him, the Amazing Pucus, because I mean that guy's a douchebag, and I used to be a real big fan of Lucas, but you know, nah, not anymore. He's gone to the left, and he thinks he's a black man now, but this dude, you could tell. I mean, yeah, he is black, really, but he was definitely raised a white man. You could kind of tell by the way he talks and just the way he used to be. But now it's like he wants to embrace the black side or whatever. But yeah, Burberry, he calls him out on all of his bullshit, and I'm a big fan of the dude. So if you see this video, maybe give or check him out. You know, he's pretty entertaining. He's a scary motherfucker, that's for sure. I definitely would not want to be on this dude's bad side. I mean, he's full of bullet holes. He's a real nigga from the hood, and I mean, hell, hopefully he don't mind if I say nigga or whatever. But I'm gonna say what I want to say, and if he's got a problem with it, which I don't think he would, because he seems pretty cool. The only way you get on this dude's bad side is, if you like talk some shit to him, like, this one dude, fuck, oh, his name was Nameless, and yeah, he said that he was gonna, fuck up Burberry with his gang, and he said something about like he got his boys, ready to roll and all this, and Burberry said, hey, uh, we'll meet up at wherever, and Nameless said, oh, you can come to this park. I think it was like Meadowwood or something like that. And so yeah, Burberry, he went, made a video, and the dude never showed up. He was a total pussy. I mean, don't be talking shit online if you can't back it up. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic, but I just got done watching it, and I got kind of worked up, seeing Burberry, he was ready to fuck this dude up. And I knew the dude wouldn't show, and sure enough, whenever, towards the end of the video, the dude Nameless got in the chat room and he said something about, like, oh, I'm not going to incriminate myself or some bullshit. He just pussed out. That's all it was. Anyway, back to Loki. Or, well, I got one more thing to say. uh, I don't know, like, if anyone else is a fan of Hunter Starcraft. He is a YouTuber, and he was really good. And I don't know what happened to the dude. I hope he's not dead, because I mean he hasn't made a video in years. But I want to thank him personally. If it wasn't for this dude, I would not be the Dark Souls nut that I am. I mean, this dude, he I don't know, he really he did such a great job with his playthroughs. His what do you call it? Like monologues or whatever. Like the way he talked, it was seamless. He wasn't like me where I say and like and just like I don't know. I got weird speech problems, but this dude, he was very good. He had a very like soothing tone. He knew his shit. And I mean, the only complaints I had about the dude's videos was the fact that he would, like for me when I was a beginner, he didn't show me like what kind of leveling he did. He didn't show me his stats. I don't know if he just didn't want to, like, like, sorry, I had an energy drink and feel like my anxiety is kind of high. Hate that. But yeah, I don't know if he didn't want people copying him, or I don't know what the deal with that was. I mean, I know he didn't like show us how he level grinded and stuff like that. And when I first watched his videos, I really wish he would have. And the dude was good because I want to say he did complete, or well, no, I think I don't know. I'd have to check that out again, but I want to think he did complete the level 1 challenge for Dark Souls. Uh, Dark Souls 1. Uh, where you basically start with a level 1 character, which is the Pyromancer, and then you just basically level up your gear, and you have to beat the game like that. And it's pretty tough. Like, I actually did the challenge, and I got all the way to, you know, uh, fuck. I can't think of the final boss's name, but yeah, I got to him and I just couldn't beat him. Like, I think I fought the dude like over and over, maybe like 30, 40 times, and I mean he would pretty much kill me in one hit, and I was so pissed. But anyway, back to Loki. So uh, anyway, this episode, it was better than the first two. I kind of sense a pattern with these Disney Plus shows. Like, they suck like in the first like 2 or 3 episodes, and then they start getting better and better. And but that's not saying much considering you know well, pretty much most, or well, okay, WandaVision, it sucked for like the first 3 episodes, maybe 4. I don't remember what happened. Because, basically, first episode, they don't tell you much. Second episode, little hint. Third episode, you finally figure out what's going on. And then, they had like the, Quicksilver guy come in, and I thought that was pretty damn cool. I was like, oh man, that's so badass. But that was a total fucking waste. I mean, they were like, oh, we're gonna make a joke, and he's gonna be Ralph Boner, and I don't know. Somehow the dude had enchanted like puka beads or something, and so basically, he goes up against Monica Rambeau, and then gets his ass kicked, but somehow he has super speed and like pretty much super strength, I think, or something, because he was like touching her and she was like bouncing around the room and shit. But I don't know. That show was a letdown. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was so. I mean, it was a little heavy on the preaching. It made stupid people. I mean, like really fucking stupid people. Like, I mean, there were idiots online actually sending death threats to fucking Wyatt Russell. I mean, this dude is just playing a fucking character, and people lost their fucking mind over this shit. I mean, I don't know what they saw. Like, because, I mean, I think they were just being tricked. Because that show, it makes you think that he's the bad guy, but he's not. I mean, I've seen people online, they'd be like, oh, Wyatt Russell, he's such a bad guy because he killed the Flag Smasher. And then, they said something about, like, him being arrogant and shit. But honestly, I didn't see none of that, you know. I mean, I might go over it later and, like, point out why he wasn't. But, because that's a lot, I gotta talk about Loki. Okay, so after all that bullshit, all right, now Loki. So episode 1 was crap, episode 2 also crap, and now episode 3. Episode 3 was so crap, and I hate what this episode did. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And the reason I hate this is because, one, they never alluded to this. Two, it feels like they just shoved it in because of propaganda or virtue signaling or whatever you want to call it. But what I'm talking about, and I'm sure most of you know, is the fact that they made Loki bi. I mean, really? I mean, I get. I mean, no, I don't even get it. I don't know. It just, it's so. it feels so weird, you know. I mean, I don't have anything against bis or gays as long as you just, you know, keep it to yourself. I don't want to fucking know about it, you know. I mean, don't shove this show or shit down my throat. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is like somebody out there. I don't know if it's the game Mafia. I don't know who it is, but you know they think that we want to know about these fucking heroes and their sex lives, or you know, like how they swing, or you know, whatever. You know, I don't care. I mean, oh my god, it is so annoying when people, you know, they start making a hero that, you know, is like, oh, you know, I'm so gay or whatever, but, you know, I'm also Captain America or something, you know, or, you know, in this case, Loki, where, you know, he's on the train and, you know, and oh my god, I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I was hoping it wasn't, but it made me sick. Like I didn't even see Loki in the same way. Like it was like at that moment I was like, this isn't even the same guy. Like it's. I mean, I can't believe Tom Hiddleston would agree to this shit. He should have said no. I'm not fucking doing that line. Because I mean, you know. Anyway, if I had to characterize this show in one word, it would be inconsistent. And you know, I'm gonna go through the episode, and I'm gonna tell you why. Anyway, so the beginning of the episode, let's see. I'm gonna watch it as I talk about it. So let's see. Back it up. Oh man, I swear to God. Okay, so leaving off from episode 2, you know, Lady Loki. That's what I'm gonna call her. I forget her real name. Something like Sylvia or some shit. Anyway, she opens up a portal. She goes to the TVA. She wants to kill the timekeepers, and she doesn't say why. Anyway, because Loki says, "What are you gonna do? Like create a massive power vacuum and then just walk away?" And she did just like, "Oh well, yeah, maybe." And then okay, anyway, so she didn't want Loki to follow her because it's obvious because they fight. But yet, for some reason, in the last episode, she opens up a portal, steps through it, and goes to the TVA. But for some damn reason, that portal stays open way longer than it should have because Loki has time to turn, look at Owen Wilson, and they're all like, "No, Loki, don't go through the portal." But you know, he goes through, and then like in this episode, they think we're stupid or something, like we forgot it because you see her step through, and then Loki steps through shortly after, and it closes on his ass like real tight, like he's almost afraid it's gonna chop him in half or something. And so Lady Loki, she's fighting the guards, and for some damn reason, again with the I guess the inconsistencies, she she figures out her magic doesn't work here, so she steals one of the disintegrating batons, and she takes out one of the guys. Well, then all of a sudden she's running up the wall and ninja flipping and killing, or well, not killing, but knocking out the guards. But you know, why not just keep the disintegrating baton and then just use that as a fucking weapon? Because I mean, why would you use your hands and risk getting disintegrated? You know, I mean, just use the fucking baton, keep it real. I mean, I know she has a sword, but she really doesn't fucking use it. She just uses like strangleholds and flips and shit. So then, you know, as Loki shows up, he turns and looks at the lockers, and for some damn reason, uh, I don't know, there happens to be a locker with fucking daggers in it. I don't know what that's about, because, you know, for one thing, uh, unless they gave Loki daggers, he didn't have any when he showed up with them. And two, you know, uh, I don't know, they didn't set that up. Like, where the fuck are these daggers coming from? Because the TVA sure as hell don't use them. Unless it just happened to be like some guy's collection or something. I don't know. But anyway, so Loki and her, they tussle. She opens up a portal, or no, he opens up a portal, and then they fall through and land on the bed. And you know, this is where they land on the planet where, you know, everyone thought it was fuck, what's the name of that planet? Like Vormir, yeah, because in the trailer it looked like he was talking to Black Widow or something, and like the moon is falling from the sky, and there's meteorites and shit. And by the way, the ending of the episode was so fucking predictable. Lamentus One, that's the name of the planet they're on. Anyway, but yeah, it looks like Vormir or whatever. I mean, not really though. Once you get a good look at it, I mean, it just it looks like some kind of mining planet, like you would see in Guardians of the Galaxy. And uh, anyway, they go to the planet. They run through the asteroids, looking for cover, trying to find a way to, I don't know, get back to the TVA or some shit, And but anyway, yeah, like because at the end of the episode, there's the Ark or whatever, and they try to make it seem like, oh, it's such a big moment when the Ark gets destroyed because I guess they wanted us to think they were gonna make it, but in the trailer we know they don't make it because there's the scene where they're sitting on a rock and just shit's falling all around them. And if I had to guess, I would say that the way they're gonna get off this fucking planet, because they don't do it in this episode. But if I had to guess, I would say the TVA is gonna come for them. Let's see. Oh yeah, this scene where they get inside this little trailer or whatever it is. I don't know how that's gonna protect them from asteroids, but whatever. They think we're stupid. And Lady Loki, she puts her hands on Loki's throat, and I guess I don't know. I guess she was pretending like she was gonna kiss him or something, because Loki just sits there like, "What are you doing?" Until like he's like, "Oh, you're trying to enchant me," and she's like, "Oh, well, you're a magician. I guess it ain't gonna work or some shit." And he's like, "No, because I'm smarter than you." And motherfucker. I mean, seriously. My nose is just so stopped up. Anyway, so they bicker back and forth. This whole fucking episode is one of the things I hate about new superhero shit. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know if they do this for women or what, but it's just like a romantic comedy or some shit, It's him and her, and first they hate each other, and then they grow to like each other, and it's just so annoying. I will say, the one of the things that was, good about this episode is that, we got to see, Lady Loki look like a dumbass, like she gets, what do you call it, like blasted, and she looks like a fool most of the time, and which is pretty rare considering I figured it would be the other way around where Loki looks like the fool most of the time, and because that's how Disney rolls nowadays is you gotta have the man look stupid while the woman fix all the problems. Anyway, let's see. They start walking. They, okay. I gotta bring this up real quick because it really is. I don't know what the fuck happened here, but towards the end of this episode, Loki has the ability to rewind time. If that's what it is. I mean, it's what it fucking looks like. Because he pulls a fucking Doctor Strange somehow. Because there's a building and it's about to fall on his face. Yet somehow he just does his green magic shit, and the building just rewinds and it's fine. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's like time magic or if it's something else, but I don't know. I mean, Loki, for all I know, he never had any time spells. I mean, I always assumed it was just illusions, but I don't know. There was one scene that it kind of made me laugh a little bit, which is surprising, because they kind of, or they actually fooled me, which I didn't think the show could do that. But anyway, so Loki, he says, "Oh, what about that?" And then they go up to a neon sign, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's got the capacitors or whatever." She's like, "Give me the temp pad so I can charge it." And Loki's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like, "I know you're testing me or whatever." And she's like, "Well, don't say stupid shit like that or whatever," because I guess I don't know. He was trying to see if she was gonna take the temp pad because he knew that little light wasn't powerful enough to charge the temp pad. But I don't know. I mean, because when I first saw it, I thought, are they actually gonna do something stupid like that? Like a neon sign is gonna charge this fucking temporal, iPad or whatever. And then, yeah, they go to that trailer house and she gets fucking blasted in the face by that shotgun or whatever it is. I don't know who that woman is, but she sounds really familiar. I don't know who it is, but anyway. But yeah, I don't know what the hell Loki was thinking in this situation because he tries to appear to be her husband or whatever, and then because I mean Loki knows nothing about her husband, so of course she's gonna fucking shoot him. I mean, that's so obvious because I mean, he could say one wrong thing and she'd be like, he's never said that before, which that's exactly what happens. Fuck. Alright, let's see. So, anyway, they learn about the fucking train, which that scene's fucking stupid too. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of fucking, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Political nonsense or whatever, where basically they show the poor black family and there's a couple poor white people, but for the most part, it's a bunch of poor black people, and then the rich white folk are getting on the train, and it's just like, really, do you need to show that? Is there not enough problems in the world without having to drag up race and all this classism shit? So annoying. I mean, why couldn't, they just fucking, I don't know, skip this scene or. That's another thing about this show. I feel like when they wrote it, they had very little to work with or something because I feel like there's a lot of padding the runtime. It's a lot of bullshit that, like, I don't know, it's like they're trying to be funny, but they're not. Like the scene where Loki's drinking and then, he gets thrown off the train, which I'll go into that. The scene back there with that woman in the shotgun, that was stupid because, I mean, it was unnecessary. It's just there to pad the runtime. Because, I mean, like, you think this, or what's her name, Lady Loki would know about, or well, actually, yeah, okay, that's another inconsistency. She knows, because she knows all about this fucking timeline and this apocalypse, and yet she doesn't know how to get to the Ark or whatever, because they had to talk to that old lady, but yet, she knew that the Ark doesn't get, she knows the Ark doesn't make it because it's one of those apocalyptic timelines or whatever she hides in, so I don't know. It's just really stupid, because, either she would know everything about it or, they don't need to go stop and talk to that old woman at the shack or whatever. But anyway, whatever. So Loki and Lady Loki get on the train. They have a little bit of a conversation, and of course, they have to, like, oh, go into the backstory a little bit. Uh, I don't I don't think I covered that at the beginning, but yeah, that was something that I thought they were gonna do. You know, I thought they were gonna make her a lesbian because they have her and that black girl or Mexican girl. I don't know what she is, but anyway, they're you know
I don't know, they look like they're on a date, but really, she's just probing her mind and trying to get information. But she says they're just friends, so But I don't know. It felt weird at first, and I was thinking, oh shit, really? You gotta push more this homosexual bullshit in there. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I guess they were trying to go for like a tearful moment or some shit, when Loki he starts talking about his mom because we know that his mom is really kind of the only person he ever cared for. Uh, Anyway, yeah, so he kind of, I don't know, flirts around with Lady Loki and. Let me skip ahead. Oh, yeah, he gets drunk and basically. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's one thing. This is just a nitpick or whatever, but they mispronounce hedonism. I mean, it's so stupid because anyone who's seen Futurama knows it's hedonism because of the hedonism bot, or I forget, I think it's hedonism bot, but they call it hedonism. It's not fucking hedonism. It's so stupid. Anyway, so I don't know. You get some, little interesting shots of the meteorites hitting the planet. Lady Loki takes a nap because I guess she trusts Loki at this point. And he's drunk. He's singing in Asgard and acting a fucking fool. Hmm. And for some damn reason, I don't know why, like, it seems like he's been singing and dancing for a while. He says, shh, be quiet. And then all of a sudden, this dude in the suit gets up, walks, and then I guess he goes and tells on him or something, like, hey, I think that guy doesn't belong here. Which, how the fuck does he know he doesn't belong here? But, whatever. So, Loki makes up his gibberish and starts singing that annoying song that has like 3 words. Uh, let's see. He does the Thor thing where he's like, oh, another, and throws the fucking glass down, and then he's talking like an idiot and talking about, oh, you should try this sushi or jello or whatever the fuck it is with the figgy port. I mean, it's all just nonsense and just idiotic. It's not funny. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Just this episode feels like it's almost like filler. Like in anime, it's like there's nothing here that matters. Okay, so he makes a stupid reference about how love is like a dagger or a illusionary dagger, and then she's like, that's stupid, and he's like, oh, I thought I was onto something, like he's trying to be funny again, but he's not being funny. Oh yeah, here comes the stupid scene where he gets his ass kicked by train guards. I mean, again, like I said in my previous videos about how Loki can lift up to 50 tons, but yet, and has gone toe to toe with the Avengers, he gets his ass kicked here. And, of course, like I've said before, Loki, he shows off one of his new abilities, which, that's pretty much the whole reason for this show is, be like, oh, hey, let's give Loki some extra, powers or whatever. So he shoots one of the guards with a blast of green energy, but it's almost so fucking weak and pathetic. It's like, why did you even show me that? Anyway, so he, of course, he throws the dagger, and, I almost kind of expected it to maybe hit her or, something, because he's drunk, and of course he's gonna miss, so obvious. So Loki kicks the guard out the window, no problem. She bumps one of the guards into the knife, and it knocks him out for some reason. Don't know why. Uh, then they throw Loki out the train, which, I mean, it was so stupid. Like, I mean, it looked like he wanted to jump out the window because, I mean, he put up no resistance. He just fucking was like, oh hey, let me dive through this window. I mean, I don't know if like they wanted it to look that way or if it was just really bad acting or whatever, or coordination or whatever you fucking call it. Anyway, so I guess jumping out the train, his roll or whatever fucked up the tem pad or whatever. Lady Loki, she's like, oh shit, we're dead, and they talk about like, he's like, oh, I'm hedonistic, and she's like, I'm hedonistic too, but I'm not a fucking idiot, and it's just so annoying. Uh, but yeah, I mean, if anyone is, of course, it's hedonistic, it's not hedonistic. It's annoying. It's just a pet peeve, but whatever, or nitpick or whatever. Anyway, so Loki's like, why don't we just hijack the Ark? And, she's like, well, guess I never thought of that, because I thought that was the whole reason you were on the fucking, train, because I thought it was really far away, but no, it's in walking distance, actually, so, Loki and, Lady Loki, they set off and they walk, and of course, the falling asteroids are no fucking problem. They're missing, no big deal, you know. But you would think there would be a couple big ones, that would probably be pretty close, or, one would fall out of the sky and, that would be it, because everyone knows that if an asteroid, like, okay, let's say, like in, what do you call it, Age of Ultron, that little, what do you call it, piece of, or that city, when it plummeted down to Earth, it was gonna wipe out like, all of mankind. So you can't tell me that a big chunk of that moon wouldn't come down and vaporize probably that entire city and them. Let's see. So anyway, she explains to him, oh, I can enchant people by making contact with them, and I guess, you know, I don't know, locking onto a memory and then altering the memory, and then we come to find out, which, that, I don't know, this one wasn't so much a, like a twist. I mean, I kind of felt like there was something already here, but she says that the girl that worked at the TVA, she was a human before, she became a TVA, or like a Minuteman. And so Loki, he's like, what? He's like, Owen Wilson told me that, they were born TV or Minutemen, and, so we come to find out that I guess the timekeepers are going to be the bad guys, or the TVA, or whatever, which was kind of surprising, I mean, I had a feeling that, just because, like, everyone in the TVA, they're a bunch of fucking assholes, and I guess Loki, at the beginning, he wasn't going to get, vaporized. They were probably going to, I guess, erase his memories and turn him into, like a, what do you call it, like an Owen Wilson tracker, Minuteman, whatever. So, anyway, they show up at the city, and basically the wall is shut, and I don't get this unless there's another wall, but they kind of run around the city, and they don't really. I mean, I could swear they go back to the same spot, but anyway, when they go back the second time, the door is open just a little bit, and they're about to run through, and that's when the giant asteroid hits the ark, and it's like, oh, they're all dead, and I think that's kind of like the end of the episode, but anyway, right now, they're running through the city, and they get hit with some asteroids, and honestly, I mean, I guess it doesn't really affect them much because, Loki, he's been slammed around by the Hulk, so, of course, getting hit with a fucking asteroid's no big deal. Let's see. They do a little bit of fighting in some bullshit place that looks like, it was in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's got ramen noodles on the sign for some reason, but it looks like a bar. Kind of weird. Let's see. Anyway, they're hiding in the alley with some homeless people. Let's get forward. Okay, yeah, the fucking giant building falls, and it's about to hit Loki, but okay, he does something, and I have no fucking clue. Unless he stole a time stone or something, but he just fucking, like, I don't know, he thrusts his pelvis at it, and he stops it. I mean, I know Tom Hiddleston or whatever is supposed to have like I guess a giant penis in real life, but I didn't know it was magical to where it could fucking stop a building from falling. Anyway, so yeah, the ark's destroyed. Everyone's like, oh no, what are we gonna do? And let's see, pretty sure that's the end of the episode. Yep, that's it. Oh. Anyway, yeah, this episode, like I said, it's very inconsistent. Wait, what did that say? Did that say Kevin Feige? Let's see. Executive producer Kevin Feige. Yeah, I mean and I mean, I thought he would do better, but I mean, oh my god. I mean, I get that, I feel like this whole show is, like I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that it's just here to set up, Marvel Phase 5 or whatever, because, of course, it's got to probably create the multiverse and, Doctor Strange and Wanda, they're going to stop it and blah blah blah, and then of course here comes the X-Men and Fantastic Four, whatnot. Let's see. And I don't really have too much else to say, I guess, about this episode. I mean, it was, like I said, not very good. Just kind of filler, blah blah blah. I don't think we ever figure out why. I mean, I'll probably say it in the next episode or something, like why Lady Loki hates the name Loki, and I don't know. I just hope this show gets better. I mean, that whole bullshit, about fucking Loki being a bisexual, I mean, that was just, I don't know. It was so fucking bad. I mean, it was so, I mean, I hate it. I mean, I know some people will say, oh, it's no big deal, but I don't know. I just fucking hate when people, change shit, I mean, granted, we never saw Loki with a woman, but we never saw him with a man either. And, that's the way I liked it, He was very into power and business, and he didn't have time for relationships, but whatever, you know. I'm kind of curious. I mean, not that they'll probably do anything cool with it, but hopefully, maybe in the next episode, we'll get to see, I think like New York and ruins, and with the Avengers Tower in the background and stuff like that. I'm hoping, this show gets better. I mean, I'm kind of what you would call a like an optimistic, I guess. Like I know that it's probably not going to get better, but I really hope that it does because I mean, I want it to succeed. I'm not one of those naysayers that just like, Disney, they've sold their souls or whatever. Because the way I look at it is, you can only do this woke bullshit for so long. Because if you go online, like I would say 70% of the videos out there, well, okay, it might not be 70%, but, there are a lot of people out there that, will tell you they hate it with a passion, just like me. They fucking hate this woke garbage nonsense. Fucking Nerdrotic will tell you, Thorius Unlimited, he's another one. Jeremy John, he won't call it out. I don't know why, maybe his sponsors or whatever won't let him. The dude, he's always so positive about everything, and honestly, I don't, unless I don't know, unless I agree with someone, I mean, for the most part, when I watch something, like when someone does a review, I want to hear them talk some shit about it. It's like, okay, like if I go online and I find a review of Loki and I didn't like it, I want to see someone with the same opinion. But, you know, that's just me or whatever. I mean, granted, sometimes, I don't know. It's rarely happened, but some people can kind of talk me into liking something, and they can talk me out of liking something. I guess it just depends on the person and how good they are. Clipped Coin, yeah, he's good. He's another person that I really like to watch. Calls the woke garbage and all the shit that I just talked about. And anyway, so I guess that's pretty much all I got to say about this video. It's 1 o'clock here, and I'm getting pretty tired and kind of repeating myself. Don't really have too much to say. But, anyways, guys, hope you all enjoy the video, and I'll see you later.